What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Shar. Listen, I want you guys to go grab your coffee, your tea, whatever you need to make it through this live. I'm going to need you guys to go ahead and get it all done, all right? Until then, just hold on a little while longer. We'll be right back with you. Let's go. All right, all right, all right. What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, I see you guys were saying no sound in the chat, but what's up? Hello to all my newcomers, flip floppers, and day ones. What's up? Happy Saturday and lottie dottie to everybody. I feel like StreamYard be picking with me. Okay. Hey Veronica. Hey Mama Bees. Hey Jacqueline. What's up? That's right. Come on out those bushes. I will hurt for your butt to be hurting so early in the morning. But I had to stick to the script. I did go back and I was contemplating on yesterday if I wanted to delete that live from yesterday because there was so many interruptions. But I said, I'm just going to leave it up. I want to get my son to show me how to edit it out. Some of the parts that, got the pause and got the interruptions because that was a lot. I'm a person that I hate interruptions or I hate people to take too long of a break. Tell me, hold on, hold on, hold on. We here for a show. Can you give it to us? So I definitely understand it. And I am not happy about an interruption. So my apologies for yesterday. But definitely it had nothing to do with me, but everything to do with StreamYard, okay? Happy Saturday to all. We got so much to talk about. We will be here for a little while. We might go over the hour, and that's okay. I have a little bit of time to waste today because I do not work Wednesday. I mean, well, look, Wednesdays. I want to take y'all back. I do not work on the weekends. So we have a little bit more time today. So we go over, it's okay. Listen, thank you for all the kind words and gestures. But like I said, continue to hit the like button, continue to share, and continue to subscribe to the channel so that people can know that I'm over here being active and activated, okay? Listen, y'all know I'm down, 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 down in the algorithm. So I want you guys to keep sharing it and getting the word out, okay? All right, all right, all right. What else did I want to say? I think I got it all out the way. Oh, also, I noticed a few people were sending me the court stuff that's going on across the YouTube streets. Let me just say, not to be rude or ignorant or anything like that. I love y'all the long way. You guys know that. But I have no interest in it because right at this point, because I have given Love and Marriage Huntsville such a big break, I probably wouldn't know what the hell I'm talking about. So I don't want to be giving out misinformation or shared information. I'd rather just stand over here and, just watch. I wish everybody well that's involved in it or not involved in it or thrown in it. I wish everybody well. But for me, I don't believe in going and trying to recap something that I have no idea what's going on. You hear me? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so we have everything here. We have our super chats available. I didn't remove the membership badge as of yet, but I don't want you guys to worry about that right now. That's not important at all right now. I'm not worrying about a membership because I'm on to another mission, and that's more important to me than worrying about a membership right now. So that's why I'm not, pushing that out there. Also, I see a lot of you found my backup page on TikTok. Listen, that's cool. Follow me on TikTok on either page, right? But if you see family attached to anything, that's my second page on all platforms, right? And I want to make that clear because if you're looking for the reality TV or celebrity news, you're on the wrong page, okay? So I want to make sure you're getting what you think you're signing up for, okay? If it has family attached to it, most likely it's something to do with my children, my fiance, my siblings, or things of that nature, right? And I don't want you guys to miss out on what you think you're getting, okay? So just look for that at the end. If it's just Char's reality number 6, you're good. But if it says family, I'm sorry, but you're on the wrong page if you're looking for celebrity gossip, okay? Just throwing that out there. All right. I think I did enough talking. Oh, man, we got so much to talk about. Remember that we are covering a bunch of hot topics before we get to our main topics, and that's okay because there's so much stuff going on. We got so much stuff to talk about, okay? And I don't want to leave you guys out of the loop. Let's see. First thing first, I want to talk about Krishan. I could tell you guys this from a young baby mama, honey. I ain't nobody's baby mama right now, okay? I am the mother. I am the mother of someone I decided to have children with. Okay, and that is my child's father. That's it, and that's all. Okay, I ain't nobody's baby mama. I feel like that term is overused and misused. Okay, I'm not the baby mama. I am Shar, the ex-wife, or I could be Shar, the mother of the children. But I definitely don't want to be called nobody's baby mama. But to each his own. Okay, I think with age come maturity, and it's just a tacky hot mess at some point. My opinion. Take it how you want. All right. Take it how you want. Okay, so I want to talk about Krishan. Krishan has been on this roller coaster of blue face, no blue face, blue face, no blue face, blue face, no blue face. Love me now or not. Love me now or not. I'm going or not. I'm depressed. I'm happy. And I want her to sit the hell down, okay? I want her to sit down because we've all been young at some point. However, that doesn't give us a pass to make so many stupid decisions, okay? And because of what she have created thus far, which is a hot mess, she has not given that baby the life that that baby, that God has already promised for that baby. She purposely sabotaged that baby because she could not put her own needs and wants to the side at that moment. So she decided, and this is not allegedly, guys, this is stuff that's going on the internet right now, that we've saw her drinking while actively pregnant. I'm sorry if you're a Krishan fan, but this is what we're talking about, okay? And the reality of it is she just did not do her best to make sure that she gave that child the best life, okay? Bringing it into this world. I saw videos where Blueface stood right there with her to allow her to do exactly what she wanted to do. Hot mess, cold day, trifling, and tacky. You hear me? However, now that she's in this space, and it's a weird space, right? Because she has to, in my opinion, attach herself to Blueface to keep her clout going. I know she thinks that we're the clout chasers, but I'm looking at it from another lens, and I swear to God, she is the clout chaser, okay? And she knows that her well has ran dry, and if she doesn't do anything to keep her attachment to Blueface, then the well will continue to be dry, okay? That we know for sure. So you got to play the game with her. You got to pay attention to her tactics. So her and Blueface was supposed to be married and they're loving and she want to give him a try and yada, yada, yada. Got it. Copy. That's her son's father. She said she fell hard for him. Okay. And y'all have to understand that. Got it. I've been there and I've done that. A lot of stupid people that I fell for. Okay. So I can say, I can relate to that. That shouldn't or did not deserve me waiting for them or me giving them so many tries. Okay. But we've been there and we've done that. However, the reality of it is she also playing a tricky game. Okay. Because he's locked up. She's living in his house, supposed to be taking care of his baby, being yes ma'am to her man, okay, or her husband, as she would say. And right about now, what she's doing is, if this is true, you have laid in this man's house, okay? I don't know what you paid because first you were telling us you're paying all the bills, but right now you don't got no money, allegedly. Okay, you don't have that much funds coming in the door, so ain't no way you can keep those bills flowing like that, okay? Blueface have a team of people, no matter what. He's a smart businessman. We got to give it to him, okay? So whether she showed up to pay those bills or not, I'm sure the folks already had it handled. Between WAC 100, his mama who can't mind her business, but I love her down, I swear I do. And also, he has his daddy living there. And Krishan was staying in his house. What her role was there was just to stay off the internet. Don't be talking too much and make sure she says yes to Blue at all times and make sure she answers every single phone call to Blue at all times, okay? And what happens is she got bored, okay? Now these pictures are circulating and sis does look a little pregnant. I'm not sure if she is or isn't, okay? But the reality of this would be you laid in that man's house like you was team him. And if you are pregnant, you pregnant by somebody else because it can't be him. Okay? So unless y'all had some business where y'all was knocking the boots in the jail, I don't know. But he wouldn't be the daddy. That's a shame. That's tacky. That would be another baby that you're bringing into this world, unsure of what's going on around you. Lord knows what you just tacky. But poor little boy, the boy that she keep posting, poor little boy, because where's his mama, where's his daddy to tell him, don't step into this world with this trifling thing, okay? Where are those people? Don't step into this realm with this trifling thing. She don't know where she's going. God is merciful and he is going to direct her when she's fully ready, okay? One of the things that I do admire about Krishan, because it's not all bad, is that she continued to run back to her safe place, which is God, okay? So I believe at some point, wholeheartedly, it will turn around for her, but I'm not sure when, okay? Thank you for the reminder, Mama Bees. But here we are now where if you are pregnant, you're pregnant by another man where you was living in this man's house. Tacky. Trifling, okay? And anything that he call you in this moment, I don't feel bad for you. Because you always talking about what you are. You parading around here with this man a week or so, or a couple of days after you answer Blueface every single call that he put through during that live stream. Everything was about Blue. You went to his restaurant to push Blue. You did all these things as if you was Team Blue when you was out here getting your back broken by somebody else. Girl, we cannot take you serious. We can't take you serious. So now all of a sudden, people are speculating that she's pregnant. Like I said, I don't know if it's true, but she does look a little pudgy, okay? And she parading this boy around there. She, that's my man, that's my man, my man. Now all of something, we the ones that take things too serious. How you figure? How you figure that we the ones that's taking things too serious? Girl, you better stop playing with me and you better stop playing with me now, okay? And I say that respectfully, but disrespectfully too. We take things serious because you are an unstable-minded person, okay? You don't know whether you're coming or going, and you seem to play games with the men in your life. You're telling one person you want them while you're telling another person you want them. You all over the place. And you're going to get somebody hurt out here. I'm telling you, you are. Okay? So we're going to listen to what Krishan had to say about us taking things too serious after she posted this little boy online. This little boy going through it. And then I want to talk about that. Then I want to talk about his reaction to her video. And then I want to talk about don't do this foolish stuff. Okay? Because like I said, at the end of the day, your priority in this moment is your son, period. I don't care how you slice. I don't care how you dice. Your priority should be your son, not hobbling on the next ping, okay? Not hobbling on the responsibility. You owe that baby all the treatment in the world. And for the treatment that this baby is going to need, unfortunately, you ain't got time to slobber nobody down, okay? You just don't have time for thinking. You got to give the penis a rest, okay? So I just can't believe that these are the things that she surrounded herself around, whether she loved Blue, the new boyfriend. Girl, all you should be doing right now is focusing on that baby. That baby needs you, okay? Tacky, a mess, okay? I ain't with it. But we got to talk about it because that's what we got to do, okay? So let's listen to this together. And y'all just hold on. All right. It's a little music playing in the background, so I'm gonna give it a rest. But what she was saying is she missed her son. She that's her child's father. She missed Blue. And like I said, you could be missing whoever you want to miss. Nobody can't take that away from you. And Blueface had took to his social media and reposted Krishan cheering him on in some type of boxing match. And I'm just like, is y'all really serious? Are y'all really serious right now? You know what I mean? Like, are y'all really thinking that Krishan is liable right now to be healthy for anybody? Krishan need to do really some refocusing, okay? Carlissa jumps in the comment section of Krishan post and says, she's just playing, y'all. Fidgy, please come back. And then she says, it's a prank, guys, relax. So she's upset that Krishan is trying to attach herself to Blue again. And this is not going to stop. But like I said, a lot of this comes from Blueface too, because he encourages it. Okay. This is a mess. This is a mess. And y'all let me know what y'all think. But the boy have since deactivated his page, honey. He's deactivated his page. He says, He don't want no parts of it. He's probably humiliated. How you all hugged up with me, possibly pregnant with my baby, if he's the baby daddy, and then you turn around and be like, I miss my baby daddy. Are you team me or what? You know what I mean? What team are you really playing for? Who you playing with? So I definitely understand his frustration, and it's really, really, really unfortunate. Okay, we got to move on. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me see. I do not feel sorry for Blueface. He played both women and now he's getting played. Oh, yeah. Don't let nobody tell you I feel bad for him now. I'm just reporting the news. I don't feel bad for him at all. I do pray that, he gets some type of healing, because there's a reason behind uh his drama and his tactics that he got going on right now. Okay. So let's just put it out there, okay? In the meantime, we're talking about Blueface. Carlissa has tagged his now supposedly girlfriend and says, but if she tells me she married my son while he is in a vulnerable situation, I just couldn't respect it. Women don't marry men until they can make clear, sound decisions and not once to fit the moment. Okay, not once to fit the moment. The girl reposted the message and says, I've never been the one to fit no situation. I'm a real grown A woman. Ask your son what it is. Okay, 100. Carlissa reposted that and was like, okay, I was just checking. But at the end of the day, who wants blue right now? Who wants blue right now? What can y'all do with blue? I want our women to do better. I know we've been young. Everybody be like, y'all act like y'all was in y'all 20s before we was. Okay. That's why we trying to tell y'all simmer down. Okay. So I guess Blue put a call out to her and told her, like, Mom, chill. So she goes on to say, like, she says, y'all done got me in trouble. Don't ask me SHIT else about that girl. Okay. She says, my son said, I thought we was healing and I swallowed my gum. My bad, son, NBM. It's healing season. Okay. So I don't know if she's saying the girl is his baby mama, or is she saying that Krishan? I don't know, y'all, but somebody is the BM. I don't know. But it's just like, Carlissa, I love her best as a grandmother. I'm going to be honest. I love her as a grandmother. I see the happiness in her that I've never, ever, ever seen before. Okay, so y'all let me know what you guys think about all of that. We got to move on. We got to move on. So while we're talking about that, let me see. Hold on. I got y'all. Hold on. You guys know that Scrappy Baby Mama has been out here advocating for BBLs, okay? She strong-heartedly is Team BBL. She's been doing a countdown. And like I said, I don't know if she's this Team BBL stuff because she feel like that's what Scrap want. There's no doubt that he gave her false promises. She really did think that they were going to have something from this relationship. I don't know how she thought that. Look how you got him, girl. I don't know how you thought that. Scrappy is Team Nobody, okay? He is Team Self, and he cannot be good for anybody in this moment, okay? I do wish her well. I hope that she wake up and realize that is just your baby daddy, okay? He is just a man that you had a baby by, and you better consider yourself lucky and blessed that you are not his wife, okay? Or you are not his girlfriend. And you have not been dragged into the Erica Bambi situation. I guess that's considered a circus as well, right? You better be glad that you are not in that situation, okay? All right, Stormi Steele. Woo, baby. Stormi. Hold on, guys. Hold on. We're gonna get to it. I got y'all. So Stormi, I told you guys. I told you guys before that Stormi was in a bowl of hot water, okay? And she basically had a lot of complaints over on TikTok about her business skills, her response time, the product itself. One young lady said that her skin got burned outside for less than 5 minutes. Now, I remember Stormi showing a picture of her in a place, a lab or something, saying that her work comes from a chemist. Okay. Well, we know that not to be, we know that that's not true now, because if your work came from a chemist, your chemist would advise the people not to wear it outside in a certain degree weather. The fact that the girl didn't know and your products didn't say warning or anything like that, that tells me that you are just mixing this stuff up and putting it into the containers, okay? And that's a bad look for you, Stormi Steele, okay? And I hope and pray that this girl don't sue you, because she definitely have a case. You are doing something in some way or another, and you're not sharing full details, okay? Unfortunately, telling people that no refund is not going to save you, okay? You should have some type of stipulations on those rules. No refund if it's a fault of your own, okay? But if it's on me, I got you, okay? You are a millionaire, okay? If you're making all this money, you're giving out cars, what is it going to hurt you to hand somebody back their $25? What is that going to hurt? I'd rather for the people to go online and say, hey, Stormi Steele, you know, I had a problem, but she came and she fixed it. Evident her coming and saying, you know, I had a problem and she left me on red. Girl, don't you think that's tacky? But don't worry, because Stormi says ain't no worries over here, okay? I don't give a dang on what y'all people who brought my products going through. I got bigger and better moves going on, okay? She didn't stop for a second to process what people are saying about her. She can give 2 cents, okay? She says that she's blessed to be a judge on a TV show today and use my platform to highlight some amazing entrepreneurs, okay? This by far is one of the most perplexing seasons of life. What God is showing me and revealing to me, I welcome wholeheartedly. That is what happens when you do know what is your product, what's in your product. Yeah, she don't know she don't know, and that's just the bottom line. You know what I mean? She has no clue. But here we go. She says, what God is showing me and revealing to me, I welcome wholeheartedly. So I'm like, dang, what TV show is she going to be on? And I thought she was done with reality TV. And I got to be honest, I got questions, right? So as I continue to go through the YouTube streets, I run across Tea Talk with Your Girl page, and shout out to her. Awesome content creator as well. And she's elaborating on this like blast text that Stormi sends all her customers. And apparently Tea Talk with Your Girl was in this customer's blast texting system, okay? So she received this blast text, which answers a lot of my questions about the post that Stormi put up. And we're going to try to make it through and read it because the print is real small, y'all. So if I butcher it at all, please forgive me, but the print is small. And here's what it says, which bugs me out, okay? It says, this Saturday, we're doing a thing. Saturday, May 3rd, I am having a surprise live. There is no set time because it's being filmed on television show. Okay, it says, where I am a mentor, a judge to a group of an amazing up and coming entrepreneurs. I can confirm that the time will be after 2:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I will send a text the moment we go live. Okay. If only you all know how excited I am to support them and help them bring their dreams to fruition, okay? It says, and most importantly, see the support they received that day, okay? It says, as a CEO, y'all know she always got to throw her CEO card in there, respectfully. My dream has always been to help others share their dreams and products with the world. She says, and on Saturday, May 3rd, on my surprise live, I get to do just that. But that's not even the icing on the cake. The best part is, to celebrate this special occasion, I am having a flash sale that will have for the first time ever. All body glaze, not the one they're talking about, scents and sample packs for 40% off for 10 minutes, okay? It says also, if you love any of the products showcased by each of the up and comment entrepreneur, and you make a purchase from them, please send proof of purchase to this email address below. Hi, IPV. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Yeah. I'm just stuck, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I got questions, okay? I would not trust Stormi since she likes to steal other people's ideas. I was about to get to that, but you took the words right out my mouth, okay? Here's the thing. You got an entrepreneur online telling Stormi that she stole her stuff because she's a small business and Stormi is a big business. Why would y'all trust her on sharing your dreams with her? She may jest. I'm not saying that she would. But don't you think that it will be likely that she'll be coming out with your product next? Because I'm sure a lot of these small businesses don't have all their ducks in a row. You have no way of proving that it was yours. Baby, I wouldn't attach myself to no Stormi Steele. Not right now. She needs some stuff that she has to get in order. Okay? She has to get some things in order. And it wouldn't be Stormi. What television show is this, guys? What television show did you know that Stormi is on? I need to know. Okay? What show is this? What are they doing? She can't mentor nobody, nothing. She's not even handling business correctly herself. She's doing it enough to make the bucks, but she's not doing enough to keep the bucks because she's going to hit rock bottom, okay? Yeah, Veronica, I know it's going to make sense to somebody. But see, the reality of it is we got to start calling people out. Not being, because, you know, people like to say, y'all be hating on another black woman. Stop with the black card. Stop. It's not about that. This about principle. This about right. This about wrong. Principalities. Like, it's so many different levels to this. This is not about another black woman. She did it. She's a self-made millionaire. Congratulations. She's doing stuff that I have not seen a lot of people do in a long time. Hell, if I saw them do it at all, congratulations. But at the end of the day, you need to do some things to keep your business in business. And the way you have been running amok is soon to end if you continue to do things the way you're doing them, period. And I don't have to sugarcoat that, okay? I don't have to sugarcoat that. I mean just what I said, okay? Yeah. So what do you guys think about that? She's going to be a judge and a mentor as if she could. I'm shocked. Shout out to Tea Talk with your girl for that that particular text thread that she was a part of also. But thank you, because I was looking for it, like, what TV show is this? And I couldn't figure it out what it was. And it still doesn't tell us what show it is, but it does tell us a little bit more about what she's going to be doing, okay? So it looks like they're going to be doing some type of American Idol style, okay? Ciao. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. I hear you. Like I said, this is nasty. This is going to continue to be nasty, and it doesn't seem to. She's just walking around here like no care in the world. Go make it right with the people that supported you and you left them on red. That is so wild to me, guys. That is crazy. 23 in the chat. Go hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn your notifications on, and comment also. Okay, we got to move on. Mr. Shannon Sharp, our final topic of this live. Shannon Sharp is F. You hear me? His career, unless he does some hardcore repenting to God, he might as well kiss his career goodbye. All for the white color. Now, I love the orange, green, pink, yellow, brown people. I love all God's people. Okay? This is a situation where white colors, right? White colors and lust has overshadowed his ability to think morality, principle, and business, right? Let's say that again. His need for the white color and lust has overshadowed his ability to think properly, period, okay? He is not doing okay. And where there is one, there is two. And if it's two, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And what we are about to see is a Diddy moment. Okay. Wrapped all up again. And sometimes I think these celebrities start to think that they are bigger than God. You are not. You will never be. And because the word says that God is a sovereign God, that he is the same today, yesterday, and forevermore. There is nothing new under the sun. Everything that has been done today will be done again. Okay. It has been done before, right? Meaning that you ain't slicker than God, which means that he knows the ins and the outs of your tactics, and everything must be brought to the forefront. And right now, Shannon Sharp is getting his hand popped. You hear me? For the redhead, for the youngin that he got over there, all for bending it over and talking trashy to him. So he has a thing for the white color and the lust. That's why you stay away from your need. And the Bible says that if it costs you to sin, go ahead and pluck that thing out. That's what the Bible says. Okay? Remember that people don't want people of the black color to win anyway, okay? We're not supposed to be privy of those things, right? So they're going to do whatever they can to come in and sabotage what God has allowed you to get to in spite of the color you are, right? Oh, I hate to put it like that, but it got to be said. Somebody got to say it, okay? But Shannon with the capital S. My dear, this is going to be a long road for you. If you don't look stupid on your podcast, I know you look stupid for real now. You already was looking dumb as hell on that podcast. You couldn't even focus on the sports that they was talking about. I said, now look at this dummy right here. But guess what? It doesn't matter if some of it is a lie and some of it isn't a lie, because they're going to make you out and they're going to make an example of you, okay? I know he temporarily resigned from ESPN. He had to, because they was going to fire him no matter what. And he know his ticking time is ticking, okay? And he know his time is practically up. It's just a way they got to go about it, okay? And Redhead looked believable, okay? She over there shaking. She over there saying it was him. And what happened was she looked believable, whether it's true or not. And because her story, and this is the perfect time for her story to come out, who are we to say that no, it ain't so? It's who are we to say so? You know what I mean? We are not to say whether it's true or false, but we are saying this is definitely a case of white color and lust winning. Okay. So we're going to listen to Redhead tell her story, because Redhead got a story. And this is not the Michelle, guys, that he was having intercourse with on live or went live by accident, per se, his words. Okay. Remember that everything here is in fair use, okay, of our Copyright Act, okay? And we just doing some research right now, okay? Right now, we're giving credit to the Neighborhood Talk. That is where this is going to come from. And I will link their link at the bottom when this is over, okay? May I give a trigger warning? So if this is triggering for you, please exit right now. That will be important that you do. But I am not going to censor my content because it's triggering for one person or two people or three people versus the whole entirety of my live. Okay. So I do wish you well. If it's triggering, I respect it. Go ahead and exit off. But I do want to say it is definitely a trigger warning. Okay. So let's listen to this, guys. It's a shame. And like I said, I'm not here to tell nobody their story is true or false. What I'm saying is be careful of what your desire is, okay? Be careful of that, because what happens is your desires overshadow principle, right? Character, all of that, your talent, your traits, all of that. Lust takes over. It brings out a whole nother demon, okay? So this is a mess. This is a mess. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so that we don't got no interruptions while we're listening. And let's go ahead and listen, guys. Hit the like button if you're just coming in. I love you for that. Oh, before I play that, okay? Before I play that, hold on. I want you guys to hear this. The 33rd governor of the state of Maryland, his principle and take on his black wife. But he's making some really good points. And shout out to the Breakfast Clubs for that, because they making sense, okay? Hold on. We're going to listen to this first, and then after we listen to this, we'll go into Shannon Sharp, okay? Hold on. Shout out to the Breakfast Club.
As a man who loves to see black men with black women, black families, I love it. What is the importance of that? Um, it's funny when I got married, we've been married now about 18 years. My wife, she's beautiful, man, and she's just an amazing human being. And I remember when we said our vows. This shows you how corny I was when we first got married. We give our vows, and I'm like, my vows, I'm gonna keep it fresh and sexy. Jesus Christ. That's what you say. That's what I said. My vows, I'm gonna keep it fresh and sexy.
Shout out to the Breakfast Club.
But you know what her vow was to me? She said, I will be your greatest defender. I will be your greatest defender. That's what black women are for. And that's what they've always been.
That's right.
Like, to us, the whole, we was, raised by women, got a game for a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, black women have always been our anchor.
Yeah.
Black women have always been our guide. Black women have always been the ones to, when the whole world denied us, they defended us. And they lifted us up. And, and I think about this where even the work that we're doing right now in Maryland around our young men and boys, do you know who beautifully have been some of the greatest champions of the work that Maryland is doing? They're really the nation leading work on supporting our young men and boys? Women. Because they know that's talking about their sons.
Yeah.
And their husbands. And their fathers.
Yeah.
And their uncles. And their friends. And it's so beautiful to watch because it is very indicative of how black women and women as a whole have always been our greatest defenders. Now, when the whole world came at us, oftentimes it was women who stood in front of us with shields and say, not today. And I cannot be more lucky about the fact that I married my best friend.
A black woman.
I married someone and who I adore. And someone who, I'm so thankful is on my side because I never want to be on the other side of her spear. Ever. But someone who I will ride for. Because she's always real for me. She'll ever slap the shit out your son?
Wait a minute. All right, we ain't well too much, Charlemagne, but yeah, y'all get the point. And this goes right into the Shannon Sharp stuff that we're talking about, right? He's basically talking about we came from the black woman. How could you dislike the very one person that you came from? Okay, and it doesn't mean that they're bad because they picked another a race. It just means to me, and this is my personal opinion, to each his own. But I feel like you don't like your mama. When you go to the extreme to date everything evident yourself because you're denouncing yourself, that means that you don't like your mama or your grandmama or your aunties because there got to be a reason why you keep denouncing the very thing you came from. Something is underlining within that. Okay. I'm just saying to each his own. But I thought that was imperative for what we're about to play. If you're just joining us, I did talk about the trigger warning. This is definitely a trigger warning, but we're talking about Shannon Sharp, redhead, Michelle. This is not the Michelle from the live call, but this is Michelle. Apparently, he got two Michelle's, child. But let's continue to listen.
I didn't see him again after he raped me. He wouldn't take no for an answer, so he overpowered me, put me to my knees, put his penis in my mouth.
My God.
Actually, the first one at the Broncos, April 2002. And, but we didn't start talking until we met up at a club at Blue 67 in Denver. I don't know if anyone is listening from Denver, but yeah, we were at a club at the same time. We didn't go together. We just happened to both be there. So he started talking to me and he started pursuing me pretty heavily from then on. I resisted for a while because I was a reporter and I didn't want want to mix the two. But he's very charming. And we dated until the 2010 incident. And then it came to abrupt end because I wanted, you know, we were arguing and he was threatening me and stuff like that after, but I didn't see him again after he raped me. So what led up to that fight, that 2010 fight that you guys, I know that the argument ensued first before he allegedly raped you. The argument was about the fact that he had removed one girl from his house and put another girl in his house and didn't tell me. And he had asked me to break up with my husband at the time. We were just dating. So I was dating Shannon and my husband at the same time.
Okay, pause. She was doing what? You mean to tell me you were arguing with him about moving one girl in and bringing one girl out and bringing another one in, and you got a whole husband? I'm already got questions, all right? Tacky. So she couldn't think that nothing would come from this. I mean, or something will come from this, right? You already sleeping with him while you got a whole husband? Tacky. Okay? Let's continue to listen. But Shannon is not a charmer. Hold on. Shannon is not a charmer. He seems, even on air, he's very aggressive. He's not nice, okay? And he even talked lustfully, okay? So I don't know who sees him as a charmer unless you do have an underlying issue, which is to get him where he is now. And unfortunately, his penis has spoke for him, so that's why he is where he is. The color white and lust has got him to the place that we are now. Let's continue to listen.
You want me to be with just you, but you want to move somebody into your house and not even tell me? So that's what it's doing. He's not a faithful person, so I wasn't going to be faithful to a non-faithful person. It just doesn't work that way. Not for me anyway. Can you tell us just broadly? I know it's probably painful to bring the situation with.
Clearly, you are not a faithful person either. Hello. But let's continue to listen.
The biggest argument that we ever got in. The biggest argument that we ever got in. And he was controlling, he was domineering, he was manhandling me beforehand, and he wanted to have sex, and I told him no. I told him no because you gave it to somebody else. I didn't only tell him no, I told him why. And he wouldn't take no for an answer, so he overpowered me, put me to my knees, put his penis in my mouth. Got enough of that, he put me on the bed. And, this was all a struggle. I had said no, and said no even though I was thinking that. And so it was the hardest. This is too hard. I remember he got dressed and he knew what he did. And so, I just kind of escorted him out the door. And then I wasn't going to do anything about it. Sometimes when you're with a person for a long time, it's hard for you to realize that they're being a perpetrator, even though you know it, you don't want to admit it, and there's so much going through your mind. And then he started coming at me. If I tell anybody, he'll use everybody he knows to destroy me, which he basically has. And then he started making other threats against my life, threats, he just was so worried that it would get out, and I wasn't going to do anything. But when he kept calling me at work, and when he kept, just very aggressively behaving, and I could said it wasn't going to go away. And he said he was going to destroy me and he was going to kill me. And he told me he was watching me. And I just went and got a protective order. I'd had enough. And
now you see that she's using very, very, very strong word, aggressively harassing her and calling her job. She's very clear and she's building whatever she's building, right? So she knows what she's doing, right? Now she's going into her talking about the restraining order. Let's continue to listen. Hey, Lee. Yes, enjoy your vacation. Whoa, this is deep. Absolutely. Good morning, Miss Cheryl. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. A lot of familiar faces.
unfortunately, shortly after, he talks to me and my address got out. And I had somebody stop by my apartment, which had a door that led right to it was basically on the sidewalk. And someone came up to my door and said, "Shut up," screaming at the top of their lungs. And I had my daughter in there right there. And I was like, "Oh, no. And so I went in and I dropped it because also at my house, at my house, um, they somebody came to my house and sat out front of in the driveway while my daughter was there alone. Someone came to my house, someone came to my apartment, and I after my daughter called me, that's when I went straight there.
So after you rescinded the restraining order, was there any other was there any other weird stuff, or did it just die down?
It died down. I tried to move on with my life. We may have talked, I think, once or twice. Then he started going on television.
Pause. Now remember, she said that it died down. They talked more once or twice. Now, I'm not saying that any of this is wrong because I understand that sometimes in abusive situation, we don't always recognize that it is abuse, right? So we are very likely to go back in a vulnerable state. I'm not discrediting anything this woman is saying. I'm just letting you guys hear what I heard. I heard her says that we did go back at some point and talk maybe once or twice. Now we're going to get into, I guess, her saying why it didn't pursue anything or did it break the whole restraining order because she did say that she got a restraining order on him. This is disgusting, guys. And nobody should be feeling like they are being held captivated because they choose themselves or they choose that they want to be away from somebody. I don't care how much money you got. If I said no, dang it's no. Okay, so this is a hot mess and tacky and trifling. It's deplorable at this point. You know what I mean?
He came to my job, tried to broadcast it, went on TV, at CNN, and it was my job to put the videos from up to YouTube for CNN. The job to put the videos from up to YouTube for CNN. That was part of my job. So I'm putting up this video, and then here I see Shannon at my job talking about domestic violence, and the co-host mentioned that you had one that was just totally dropped, made it look like the police dropped it. You know, not that I had gone down and withdrawn it. It created a picture that wasn't accurate, and that was a very hostile work environment.
I'm going to ask something that might be a little sensitive or might sound insensitive, I should say. But I'm going to go ahead and ask it because it's a question that I'm sure people are wondering. Why didn't you file a police report when he raped you?
Because I was scared.
Okay, that's an awesome question. That is an awesome question. Why haven't you filed a police report when he did the interviewer is not stupid by a long shot. She's getting all the answers that she had for herself as well, but she's also making it clear the people want to know also. And I get it. Sometimes you're just like, oh, I don't want to, if you already afraid and now you're telling me to go to the police, if he already got people sitting outside my house, I ain't going to nobody police, baby, he might actually send them people inside now. This time he might make his threats very promising. So no, I'm not doing all of that. And I know it's unbelievable for some people like she lying. Look, I ain't here to say nobody lying or telling the truth. What I am here to say is things do happen and it looks like it's much easier said than done. If you're scared, you're scared. Okay.
Why didn't you file a police report when he raped you?
Because I was scared for my life.
he said he would use it. Everybody he knows, and he knows lots of police officers. So I didn't know that if I went down there, that would be one of the people that he knows. Atlanta has a problem with corruption.
Okay, Mama Bees, I thank you so much for thus you have done so far. Have a good day, okay?
Atlanta has a problem with corruption down there. And I was too scared to go to the police. Because when this happens, you're in a trauma mindset. You're not in a, everyday.
Thank you, Lee.
You're like, oh, okay, well, maybe I should do that. No, you're like fear for your life. You're traumatized. You're not thinking straight. You're having anxiety and panic attacks. And I was worried that he would, get a hold of this police officer, and who knows what would happen. So it was just a decision, and it's a decision a lot of rape victims make to not go to the police. They always say the woman's crazy. Hey, I might be at this point after everything I've dealt with.
That's right.
But back then, no. Definitely not crazy. And to see him paint me the way that he did, first off, I'm not somebody crawling out of the woodwork to talk about my connection with him like he insinuated in his statement. I've been out. I've been suing him. What's your message to his latest accuser, who's been doxing? What do you say to her? Can you send a message to her? I pray for you. I have been there. I've been dealing with this for 15 years, so I know what you're going through. We were arguing, and he was threatening me and stuff like that after. But, I didn't see him again after.
All right, that is the end of what I have for you guys. Again, shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. I will link their link below once this video is over. Listen, guys, this is bad. And Shannon Sharp could thank his need for white color and lust, because that is exactly what has drove him to this point and got him to this point. You can get away with stuff for so long. Okay. So this was bound to happen to him. I know people like, she just wants his money. She just wants his money. I don't know. I'm not here for that. Okay. I think this has the same thing with Diddy. He thought he was untouchable. Okay. The money was speaking. The girls was coming. Nothing ever hit the air. He still was able to make all his money. I think that he thought that he was untouchable. I think he thought he might as well go ahead and get the jars of baby oil at this point, because this is how bad this is about to get for him. Okay. He offered that young lady, the 20-year-old, 19-year-old, however old she was, that 10 million. You messed up big time for that. You offer her 10 million for something you say you didn't do. If I didn't do it, I'm a pull a Jay-Z. You ain't getting not a red cent from me. Okay. But the fact that you offer her tells me that you still want the piece of the little 19-year-old. And also tell me that you was naive to believe that this was, outside of the reach of this white color. Okay. Because you just love them so much, and you had to have the white color so much. Lee, tell him again. So this is bad, guys. This is bad. We'll tap back in. If you come in now or later, go ahead and hit that like button. We talked about a bunch of stuff here. I thank you guys for your continued support. Hit the like button, turn your notification on, and subscribe to the channel. Remember, checkmates, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And remember, don't you let nobody tell you nothing different. Until next time, bye. Moderators, thank you so much for stepping in. I appreciate you guys. Times 10. Thank you to all my subs that's in attendance, new and old. I love y'all the long way. Let's go.